Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our final lesson of another wonderful lesson with Mr. Weezy. So, last lesson of the year. Contain your excitement, please. Okay, maybe a little excited. It's fine. Anyways, here we go. Last lesson, starting with the kickoff. 5 squared. Remember, 5 squared means 5 times itself. So we're going to multiply 5 twice here, and we get 25. So, 5 to the second power, I kind of mentioned it last time, is also called squared. So 5 squared is another way we could say it. If it's to the third power, it's 5 cubed. Anything more than that is just to the fourth, to the fifth, whatever power. Okay? But 5 squared is what we're going to focus on there. 5 squared gave us our 25. But what if we started with 25 and we know, hey, what was squared in order to get that 25? Well, that's finding the square root. Finding what number was multiplied by itself is the square root. So the official definition of a square root, a squared equals b. Then a is going to be the square root of b. So a is what's being squared in order to get what b was. Now, a lot of times you're going to see this here where square root of 36, well, what number times 6, or what number times itself gave you 36? Well, 6 is. But when there's nothing out front, that's giving you the positive root. With roots, we're also, you may see this where we get then the negative root of negative 6. Because we could take negative 6 times negative 6 and then get a positive 36. Because the negative times the negative cancels the signs. Those gives us a positive. So, a lot of times you'll see this as a plus or a minus 6 then for an answer. Meaning, well, it could be positive 6, it could be negative 6, depending on what we're looking for. But generally, they'll look at this as, well, if we just have the square root, that's called the radical sign. But they're wanting the non-negative, so the positive square root. If they have the negative in front, that means, yeah, we're wanting what the negative answer is. If they don't necessarily specify, you could also put this and still be correct. So, what you're going to be doing today is stuff like this. What number is closest to the square root of 14? Well, you may go, I don't know what the square root of 14 is, and off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you what it is either. So, if you take your calculator, you'll find the square root button, which on this calculator looks like this. I don't have one of the other more basic calculators, and I'm sorry, but you'll want to gonna want to look for this. You may have to hit your second or that shift button, and then hit a button if it's one of them on top. But you're looking for that. So then you can put it in. We have 14 here. And so we get 3.74. Well, which one's close to 3.74? No, well, kind of. A little further away, a little further away. Hey, there we go. 3.7. And that's what we go with. Another way you can look at this is you can start going, well, okay, 1 squared is going to be 1. 1 times 1. 2 squared I know is 4. 3 squared, 3 times 3 is 9. 4 squared is 16. Oh, whoa. 16, now we're too big than 14. So we've got to be somewhere between 3 and 4. Well, 3.7, we're a little bit shy. So that's one way to look at it. 4.1, we're above. So 3.7 would probably be closer. So yeah, that's what you can do. And then they're going to have questions like that of, hey, which two integers is this between? Again, go get your square root, 19 in your calculator, you see 3.3 or 4.35. Well, hey, I know it's between 4 and 5 then. We're bigger than 4, but not quite yet 5. You're also going to be ones here where it's like, hey, complete this sentence. What is this closest to? Again, just take your calculator, and we're going to go square root of 79 is 8.8. So that's going to be between 8 and 9. So with this, they're mainly looking for what is this value going to be close to? What whole numbers would it work? Because again, we're kind of estimating these square roots. We're not necessarily finding the exact value. We're just kind of seeing, okay, well, what would this be between? What is this approximately? So that sort of a thing. So last lesson, guys. again, questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Send me a message on Google Classroom. Send it to my email. You can always pan me too, but again, don't always check that as often, so it might be a little bit longer. But since we're done now, we'll talk to you later, guys.